Cinema Asylum podcast. Welcome to the episode. I am Count Orlok. No. I'm not going to do that the entire time. That would kill my throat.
That was amazing, though.
Yes,
That was great.
I've been doing that voice on and off for a bit this week. I just I love what Bill Skarsgård did with that, and it's been I've seen a lot of funny TikToks with that voice.
I can't wait to finally watch it.
Oh my god, dude, you're gonna love it. I am Garrett, the indie and drama expert.
Oh, I'm going next. Okay. I might as well do a correction since I'm wearing this. And
Oh boy.
Oh no.
And hello, I am Deadpool, and you might see me because I like to wear my brown pants, and I'm the action and animation expert.
That wasn't bad, actually.
Thank you.
Pretty good.
That was the best I could do for Ryan Reynolds.
I'm very picky on impressions. That was actually okay.
Thank you.
And I am Joker, standing in for that handsome fellow Matthew, the superhero and sci-fi expert.
Can you do the laugh, sir?
I do.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
I do a lot of better impressions than Deadpool. I can do a Bullwinkle moose.
I got a
impression.
whole library of impressions
Oh,
for
that's
you,
good.
but I'll
Yeah.
save those for a later
I'm
date.
saving it today for the Batman episode, but be prepared the Dark Knight episode. When we look back at the Dark Knight,
You're gonna do Heath Ledger.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
committing.
Oh,
We
Makeup
should have we should have a Heath Ledger off because I can do that voice.
You got makeup too?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
we'll both do makeup.
Okay.
If
Anyway.
Dylan is not going to be upset about it. Oh,
Why
man.
would he be upset about it?
Oh, he didn't
I was
like.
traumatizing him when I was doing Mark
Oh,
Hamill.
I wasn't here for the Joker review,
No,
so
he was freaking out.
what he has a problem with clown makeup?
Apparently.
Oh shit. Okay. I hope you guys didn't hear that, but we're just
I'll
gonna
mute it
move
if I
on
did,
here.
yeah.
So before we get on with the main episode, Matthew has a couple things to bring up.
As you guys know, there's a big mess going on in Los Angeles right now.
Yes.
Fires are burning out of control. It's wrecking downtown Los Angeles.
Palisades.
It's not just the forest. It's Pasadena,
Yep.
Beverly Hills. We are going to dedicate the 3 episodes we are doing tonight. This episode, the Batman 2004 look back, and Creature Commandos later during the week because we're not going to get to it tonight probably.
And,
But we are dedicating those episodes, and we will have a fundraiser link that you could donate to the funds.
The fundraising site that we would like to share with everyone is Greater Good Charities. They're mainly specifically targeting helping out those who are in need from the fires and helping out with supplies, with all kinds of stuff like that. Greatergood.org is the site that you can go to donate to all those who have been affected by the Los Angeles fires, and it would be a huge help, and we would very much appreciate it if you guys go there and support everyone who's affected by them.
The link will be in the description.
Yeah. And I do want to say real quickly, as a guy who believes in faith and who always believes in God for many, many years, I'm praying for everybody that's going through a tough time over there in Los Angeles. So we hope you all are staying safe, and I just pray that everyone will be okay. So please do the very best you can to help. They will absolutely appreciate that.
And as someone who doesn't have as much faith as you guys do, I very much have good optimism for our firefighters who are doing everything they can. They're putting their lives on the line to put these things out, and I've seen countless videos over the week of what they've been doing, and it's pretty incredible. And all the support in the world and love goes to everyone who's doing something to help out and stop this horrible situation that's happening.
Absolutely.
So, I didn't say during the live stream, you guys won trivia for last year, 28 points each. So, we're starting with this year's trivia.
Also known as Season 3.
Yes, this is
since
Season
our
3 of the podcast.
Which welcome to everybody, our first episode of Season 3, everybody.
Woo!
Very exciting.
This question, we're gonna do warm-up questions. This question's only worth 1 point. Actually, we'll make it 2 points. We'll have a little fun.
All right.
80s animation.
Oh, okay.
We've
All right.
done this. We've done that topic before, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
Outside of the Indiana Jones films, what is the only film to be co-produced by both George Lucas and Steven Spielberg?
Oh fuck.
Oh, okay. I think I know the answer to this. At least I think I do.
I thought it was. I was about to say Willow, but that's not animated. God damn, and it's animated too. Yeah, okay. I'm blanking.
I will give a free clue. It's not Disney.
It's not, I had a feeling it's not Disney.
Yeah.
Um,
Because like I said, I know. I think I know the answer to that. Okay. Because what I'm thinking is, I know they were friends with Don Bluth, who is the animator,
yeah.
and they had done movies together that Steven Spielberg was involved. It was An American Tail, and it also was The Land Before Time. But the one that was with George Lucas, I'm going to say it's The American Tail. That's going to be my guess. That came out in 1980.
Okay, he's gonna say An American Tail. I'm gonna say Land Before Time.
Okay.
So-
Final answers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Gear gets the 2 points.
Oh shit! It was Land Before Time.
Yes.
Wow.
I did. Now I knew Spielberg was involved with that one. I didn't know Lucas was.
Me
Yep.
neither. I didn't know that.
Huh.
Well, that was close.
Interesting.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Um,
Which I
Yeah.
I watched that movie countless of times, and I
Yeah.
also watched the sequels, which
However many sequels there are to that.
I will be
fucking
honest with you.
13.
thing. 13.
Actually, 14 movies.
Oh,
Yeah.
14 now.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
And actually, funny story. When I was a kid,
There's
I,
more-
I watched 4, 5, and 6 constantly on VHS tapes when I thought they were like the greatest animated movies like
There's
ever
more Land
made.
Before Time than Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then I
Um,
realized as I got older that they're not great movies.
How many
but
how many American Pie movies are there? I mean, there's countless that went like.
I'm
straight
guessing
to
there's
DVD.
like 6 or 7.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
So, last thing I want to mention, I think you're going to be really excited about this, Garrett. There's a movie coming out. It's supposed to come out March 20th next year, but they finished filming it already, so it's going to be moved up. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called Project Hail Mary.
No.
It is from the directors of Spider-Verse, Phil Lord and Christopher Miller. It's based on a novel.
Wait a minute. I have heard about this. I know nothing about it.
It's based on the same guy who wrote The Martian.
Oh yeah. Now I have. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Ooh,
It
tell me
stars-
more.
It stars Ryan Gosling and Milana Vaintrub, which is the AT&T girl. Written by Drew Goddard, who
Mhm,
wrote The Martian and Cloverfield,
mhm.
Wow.
and Greg Fraser cinematography.
Hmm.
And then, but it's comes out next year. I think it might be bumped up a little bit because it's done.
Mhm.
The premise is astronaut Rylan Grace awakens on a spacecraft with no memory of himself or his mission. He slowly deduces he is the sole survivor of a crew sent to the Tau Ceti solar system in search of a solution to a catastrophic event on Earth. In a search for answers, Grace must rely on his vast array of scientific knowledge, sheer ingenuity, and human will, but he may not have to search alone. Now, to me, this sounds like a mixture of Interstellar and The Martian.
Yeah. Does Andy Weir just write books? Does his like
I think he
bibliography?
just writes like hard sci-fi books. Yeah.
Mm. I mean, I read The Martian, the book, after I saw the movie, and really enjoyed it.
I want to read it, but I think this has the potential to be
it's-
the best movie of next year.
Yeah, that sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think from a technical aspect, it's going to rival like Interstellar and The Martian.
Yeah, Phil Lord and Chris Miller are just fantastic directors
and then
in
Greg
general.
Fraser.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if
Obviously,
you haven't,
he did Dune.
yeah, outside of Phil. People seem to forget Phil Lord and Chris Miller don't direct the Spider-Verse movies. They're involved in like the creative and producing
Oh, I
process,
thought
but
they directed them.
they don't direct them.
Okay.
That's to other directors. But they are involved in it heavily.
Yeah.
But no, they directed the movies they have directed are the Jump Street movies, I think only the first Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, the Lego Movie, and a few others. but yeah,
So this will be their first jump into sci-fi, really.
I think so. But yeah, It sounds great. It
Yeah.
really does.
What do you think, John?
That's an amazing combination.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the guys from the Spider-Verse, and then you have people behind the Martian.
Ryan Gosling.
That's awesome.
Now I do still hope that I hope they don't take the material too seriously. I feel like they are going to take like the kind of, because most of their movies do have like are basically like comedic in tone.
I feel like it's gonna be more like The Martian, where it's dark but it's lighthearted.
But that yeah, I hope so too.
They don't need to go full Interstellar
No.
and be,
No.
because Interstellar is a pretty depressing movie in a way.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm really excited for this movie. I could see, assuming post goes well, I can maybe see it getting moved up to like award season, like
Mhm.
December,
Yeah.
because that's gonna be one they're gonna want for the awards.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know about awards.
I don't know. I think Interstellar got nominated for a few.
Yeah, but like the technical stuff.
Okay, I thought it
Um,
got some other ones too,
It did not get Best Picture.
which is a shame.
Yeah, it
I think The
is.
Martian got nominated for Best Picture though.
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, are we ready to move on into the main topic?
Yeah, this is our top 10 movies of 2015.
Retrospective look at 2015.
Yep.
Next year we're doing next week we're doing 2005.
2005. Yeah, I am comfortable going first, but I'll leave the floor to you guys if you want to do yours first.
I'll go last.
You'll go last. Oh,
As
God.
I know he will. Yeah.
Um,
Oh no, with that lap, I'm now I'm worried. Now I'm worried it's not gonna be good.
yeah. So, did you want to go first or?
You can go ahead and go first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2015 was was a really good year for movies in general.
It was. Yeah.
Not my favorite personally, like looking back at things, but it did have some movies that really do stand out, and my top 10 lists consists of movies that I think stood out the most that year. Because I feel like 2015, in terms of like the big blockbusters, was pretty disappointing for me personally. There's really, yeah, aside from a few movies on this list, there's not a ton of like big movies. So Force Awakens is not on this. Like Avengers 2 is not on this list. Jurassic World, stuff like that. But like, there were some good smaller movies that came out in that year. So starting off with number 10 is one of those smaller movies that left a big impact, and especially for one of the biggest indie studios that is out right now, Ex Machina. This is yeah, that was 2015. This was like I think one of A24's like first real big steps into the film business, and it really paid off because this is directed by Alex Garland, who is very famous now for directing movies like Civil War and Men, Annihilation, and also a very prolific writer for Danny Boyle. But yeah, this is a really clever movie. It has a lot to say about the human the human experience with AI and technology, what it could potentially lead to with that kind of relationship with it, literally and figuratively, with on the relationship aspect. It has very memorable scenes in it, involving amazing dance sequence with Oscar Isaac, who's great in this film, as well as Domhnall Gleeson, and one of Alicia Vikander's like first performances that really made her step out into the limelight. I really do kind of miss Alicia Vikander in movies. I can't remember the last thing I've seen her in. Maybe like
Tomb Raider was the last
Tomb
thing I've
Raider
seen.
was like the last big one that I remember from her.
Yeah,
And I really liked her as Lara Croft. I
Yeah,
really
that
did.
was a decent movie.
Yeah, I don't know what she's doing now, but I'd really like to see her back in movies again. But yeah, Ex Machina is great, and it led to a pretty damn good directing directing run for Alex Garland, who I really like as a director.
The last few things she was in was The Assessment,
I don't even-
Rumors, Firebrand, Beckett, and The Green Knight.
I know that. Oh yeah, The Green Knight was the last thing I saw her, and she was great in that.
And she's going to be in a movie called Hope this year, which is a science fiction thriller.
Those other ones I do not
Really?
even, those
Huh.
other ones I don't even remember.
One's a science fiction, one's a horror,
So,
one's
these,
a drama.
these must be like small
Indies
movies.
films, yeah, probably.
literally the
So,
movie is called Hope.
I-
Okay.
I don't even know what that is. So
It is a, I don't want to get this wrong and sound like an idiot. It's a Korean film.
oh, interesting.
Oh,
Um,
okay, gotcha.
But yeah, moving on to number 9 is a film that we actually just talked about a couple minutes ago, The Martian. This is one of Ridley Scott's best movies that he's made recently. And a lot of people say that Ridley Scott has not made a good movie in like a couple decades. I think The Martian, movies like The Martian and The Last Duel prove that wrong. I
I need
think
to see The Last Duel.
Last Duel I really enjoyed. The Martian, I think The Martian is just a really enjoyable film. Takes in a lot of the sci-fi elements that hardcore fans like, but makes it very accessible for everyone with a great sense of humor. Really, the process of how Matt Damon's Mark Watney is surviving on the planet with involving, botany. I'm I'm going to survive with my botany powers, or one of my favorite scenes in the movie. In the goddamn fucking disco, man, love it. Yeah, Matt Damon gives a fantastic performance, solo performance for most of the movie. Very much like Castaway with Tom Hanks.
That's what I said. I said it was like
but,
Castaway in space.
Yeah, I love all the supporting characters are great. I love Chiwetel Ejiofor, has one of my favorite performances of his in this film. Jeff Daniels is really good. The the other astronauts aren't really given that much to do other than go out to rescue Mark Watney. And they don't have nearly as much personality as the characters on Earth do. But they're still played by very great actors: Jessica Chastain, Sebastian Stan. I forgot.
Rooney Mara,
There's a ton of big names in this
Michael
movie.
Pena.
Yeah.
Jeff Daniels.
Yeah, like a bunch of big names in that crew of characters, but no one really stands out in those parts of the movie, at least for me.
I will say, I think the cast of The Martian
Mhm.
is probably one of the top 10 all-star casts of all time for a film,
Yeah.
at least in modern years.
Yeah, definitely the parts with just Mark Watney alone on Mars and the scenes on Earth of the NASA team trying to figure out how to get to him. Those are the clear standout moments of the movie for me, and that's most of the movie anyway. So yeah, The Martian is just very fun and enjoyable. It's still fun to watch after many rewatches.
Did you guys know there's the extended cut of the movie?
Yeah, I did. I don't
I've
think
not seen it.
I
I
haven't
don't think
watched
I've
it yet either.
I don't. Well, Ridley Scott, that's the thing. Every movie he has an extended cut. He said that he's not going to have an extended cut for Gladiator 2 before it came out, and I think he came out like last month. Was like, oh yeah, there's going to be a 3-hour cut of Gladiator 2. It was like,
I did not know that.
oh my god, Ridley, I love you, but at least be honest. At least be honest with
He's
us.
not as
so.
annoying as Zack Snyder.
No,
Let's be
he's
honest.
not. He's
Yeah.
definitely not.
Let's just get that Nosferatu 3-hour cut.
Oh yeah, I definitely want to check that out. But yeah, moving on to number 8 is the only animated film on this list, and it's the one that I think most people remember from 2015, Inside Out. One of Pixar's greatest films that they've ever made. Just a great idea that has been done before in certain things like Herman's Head, which I haven't even watched, but I know that's kind of what Inside Out kind of took inspiration from.
What's in your head?
Yeah. But no, Inside Out is just takes a really clever and fun concept and does everything possible with it.
Such a
with
brilliant film.
great
So good.
with a great cast of characters with the emotions. Every character is memorable and funny. Lewis Black as Anger is probably my favorite of the bunch. I love Lewis Black. I mean, as the premise of the movie goes, this movie is super emotional. It makes
yeah.
it makes everyday relatable concepts for a kid and makes them super super relatable and very satisfying to watch. Um, fucking Bing Bong man. Oh my god.
Yes.
Yeah. That whole sequence just crushed me in that film.
Yeah. Very
Yeah.
emotional.
Inside
movie.
Out is just terrific. People have talked about it to death, including the sequel, which is also great. But yeah, it's one of Pixar's highlights of their 30-year run.
I love
So-
the wind up. Congratulations, San Francisco.
You ruined pizza.
Great line.
And probably my favorite gag of the film is at the very end with the puberty thing. I forget that it goes into the head of another character. Girl. That's probably
yeah,
the
girl.
that's probably
girl.
the scene that makes me laugh the most. Yeah, I love
Even the
Inside
dogs have their own inside out, and
Mhm.
there's inside their heads too.
Out. Squirrel.
Awesome.
But yeah. Moving on to number 7. This is a movie I rewatch at least like once or twice a year. I love this film, and I feel like this film is super underrated. But everyone who I run into talks about it, loves it like I do. But it's not talked about enough, in my opinion. The Big Short. This is directed by Adam McKay, and it's about the global economic meltdown that happened in 2008 with the housing market and that housing bubble. This film would seem like in most directors' hands wouldn't seem like it'd be that entertaining to watch, but with an amazing cast of actors in this film. I mean, so many great names: Steve Carell, Ryan Gosling, Christian Bale. Just so many great people in this film, and everyone is super memorable. This movie has so many great lines, so many. I love the way the film is directed. The editing is insane in this film, and that's part of the reason why I like it. Like, editing like this should not work usually in a film, but in this one it does. There's just so much chaos involved in this film from the way it's edited with all these almost jump cuts, like in shots that only in some scenes last like a millisecond, but really do kind of add to the tone of it and really do add to the just frenetic pace of it all.
Now I'm intrigued.
It
to
feels
watch
like it feels documentary-esque in the way it's shot and everything, very handheld and all that stuff. But no, just the way it's directed, everyone plays off each other. It's one of the most rewatchable movies of the last 10 years for me. And I really do love this film a lot.
Was that the one that won for Best Picture?
No, the Spotlight won that year.
Okay, I got my titles confused when I said that last year.
Number 6 in my list is trying to remember a line. I can't say most of this is a Tarantino movie. Hateful Eight. Like Tarantino, one of his problems is he has to use the N-word so many times in his films, and this is one of them where he uses it all the time. Not nearly as much as he uses it in Django, but pretty close. But there's Hateful Eight.
I still need to see it.
It maybe it's long like a lot of his movies, but this one's kind of like a lot of people have different like rankings for a lot of Tarantino movies. Like I mean, Pulp Fiction is usually number 1 on most people's lists, or like Inglourious Bastards. Hateful Eight is usually not the one people love the most out of his filmography, but I really love the shit out of this movie. It feels very play-esque in the way that everything mainly takes place in one setting in this cabin, just surrounded by snow and everything. The way it just has a ginormous cast of very colorful characters. I love every character in this film, from Samuel Jackson to Kurt Russell to what's the guy's name? Walton Goggins, probably my favorite. The standout of the movie for me, Walton Goggins, is so damn good in the film.
He's one of those working class actors. He's in
absolutely.
every film, but he's never the leading man.
I'm not sure because I think I love him so much when he's a supporting character. I almost don't want him. Because I feel like I don't think he's like leading man material, but like when he's a supporting character, he is so fucking good.
Predator.
He's great in almost everything. Yeah, Tim Roth is great in this too, with his very played up accent, and I love it. A lot of twists and turns in this movie that I did not see coming when I first saw it. The way everything plays out, it feels, I love the way everything plays out in the film.
Not see coming, like Inglourious.
Jesus Christ, shut up. I love the cinematography in this. The music by Ennio Morricone is fantastic. I'm so glad he came back to
First
do this
bad
movie.
pun of season 3. Gosh dang it.
There's going to be so many more to come.
I'm not looking forward to it.
Fuck.
Like I'm not looking forward to Blood and Honey.
Yep. But yeah, Hateful Eight, love it. That's number 6. Top 5, here we go. Number 5 for me is a film that I've talked about before in terms of how much I love the cinematography in this and how well it's directed. It's the Revenant.
I still need to see that too.
Oh my God, you haven't seen it?
No.
Oh shit.
That new Netflix show is met by the same people. American Primeval. It's like the same writer or something.
I've scrolled past that on Netflix recently.
Yeah, I really want to watch that.
What movie did you say that was at number 5?
Revenant.
Revenant. I'm familiar with that title. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. That stars Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
DiCaprio gets
finally got his
attacked by a
first
bear.
Oscar. Yeah, probably should have got more than one.
Oh God, yeah. He's great in this film. Don't get me wrong.
I mean,
but
Inception. He should have got that
Wolf
Oscar
of Wall
win for
Street.
that. Like, come on.
Jesus. Yeah. I think he personally should have won for one of his first roles, What's Eating Gilbert Grape, where he's complete. If I didn't know who he was before that movie, I would have assumed he was he was on the spectrum, like for real. He played it so damn well in that film. But back to The Revenant. This is a film that just makes you feel the setting so well with the way it's shot, the way the color, the very muted color palette. You can tell that the actors and the crew were feeling as cold and as miserable as the characters were in this film. The way everyone just looks so dirty and just messy, despite how clean the digital cinematography for this particular period piece, I think makes more sense than it being shot on film, because this film is meant to immerse you, and it completely does in the setting. And like I said, Leo is great in this film. This is where he won the Oscar. I personally think he should have won for something else, but I'm so glad he won for this. Tom Hardy, I think, is the standout of the film, is the villain, and he's so fucking great in it. His monologue about God in the film is pretty fucking fantastic. Yeah, so many just intense moments in the film that just make you uncomfortable and just completely unsettled and very disturbed. And yeah, it's a roller coaster of a movie that does not let up.
Do you know a movie I think he should have won for? I never talk about this movie, Blood Diamond.
Yeah, he is very good in that. Very good. But yeah, Revenant is just amazing. Number 4, we brought it up before in this video. This is the Best Picture winner of the year spotlight. This film is not usually is not talked about that much anymore in terms of like the Best Picture winners, and it's not one that a lot of people talk very favorably about now. But like I was because this film is not like in terms of like the technical stuff. This is not a very flashy movie at all, and this it's purposefully not stylish in almost any way. But I think that that plays to the benefit because this film, I don't know if you don't remember what this film is about. It's about exposing the the sexual abuse cases involving the Catholic Church,
Ooh,
specifically
yeah.
in Boston. And
Oh. Mm.
this film does not play it safe when it talks about that. And I think that the non-flashy aesthetic throughout the entire film allows you to focus more on what's the content of the film, what's being told to you, and all the information, and it allows, I think, the performances not to be shrouded around like the visuals or the music or anything like that. The music is very simple, but it's very good. But no, the acting in this film is great. Michael Keaton, Mark Ruffalo gives, I think, probably, I don't know if I would say his best performance because Poor Things he's terrific in, but definitely one of his best in just one of his best scenes. The monologue, the angry monologue he gives near the end of the film, where he's just had enough of all the just pussyfooting around and getting this information out to the public involving these monsters that just kept doing this to the youth and these poor people that were just traumatized by this whole thing. And it's a very important, like, the film is just, in my opinion, is incredibly relevant and important still. And it's a film that if you haven't seen it yet, you absolutely should, just to get like the information. Like this is a film that gets its information out very well, and most of it is dialogue driven. But it never feels boring, at least not to me, because the performances are so good, and it's a film that doesn't it's a film that does not sugarcoat anything. It's a film that's straight to the point, and I really appreciate it about that.
I'll definitely give it a watch.
Yeah, you should. Number three is a film that unfortunately was not a box office success, and there's another film that about this person that did better. I feel like that film did not do as well justice to this person as this film did in 2015. Steve Jobs. This is Danny Boyle's
Oh, I
Steve Jobs.
forgot. Yeah, I've seen that movie. I
Now,
love it.
Michael Fassbender doesn't really talk or look like Steve Jobs really at all. But I don't even really think that's important to me, at least, if the movie and the character, because this film, while the actor himself might not look like Steve Jobs, I think because Ashton Kutcher in the movie Jobs in 2013 looked and talked more like the actual Steve Jobs. But in terms of like getting the actual character of Steve Jobs down, the 2015 film does it so much better because this film does not paint this man as any kind of good person. This film is pretty clear that Steve Jobs was an asshole and really had a hard time connecting with people. His workers around him were most of the time were just completely frustrated with his narcissism and his just complete lack of seemingly any empathy for other people around him. And the film, film is written by the guy who did Social Network. I'm talking so long I sometimes
Oh.
forget.
I have not watched The Social Network.
You haven't seen The Social Network?
Aaron Sorkin. Aaron Sorkin.
Yeah. No,
Um,
I should, though. I heard it's great.
Aaron Sorkin is one of the greatest Hollywood writers working today, and this is honestly one of my favorite screenplays he's ever written. I think this film is just a masterpiece in dialogue. Like, the dialogue is delivered at such a great pace. The film, it feels so real, and everyone has memorable lines to say. This film, in many ways, feels like an action film with words. at the way everything is paced together with with the classical orchestra music that's going on through most of it. Everyone is just delivering top notch performances. Including Michael Fassbender, who, like I said, might not physically embody Steve Jobs, but you completely buy him in this role, and does it so well at making him unlikable, but making him watchable. There's a difference between hating a character and hating a character while understanding them. And Michael Fassbender really got that down with his portrayal in the film. Other performances, Seth Rogen proved it that he can not only be the stoner comedy guy because he's great in the film as Steve Wozniak. Awesome performance. Kate Winslet's great. Jeff Daniels is great. A bunch of other people in this film are great. Danny Boyle is one of my favorite directors, and this is one of my favorite films that he's done. And I think it's a film that does not get nearly enough attention, and I really hope more people check it out because it's just great.
It is great. It would have been my honorable mention. I forgot that film came out that year.
Yep. Number 2. This was a film that I was nervous about because me and my family, especially my dad, are huge fans of this franchise, and this could have been something that really could have fallen short and been completely unnecessary, but the cast, crew, and especially the actors knew what they had and did such a great job with it. It's Creed.
Oh, not what I was thinking.
Oh, yeah, Creed. In terms of like legacy sequels, Creed I think was what really this film. I mean, we see a lot of legacy sequels now, especially this year. Good God, but Creed was one of the films that I think really got it right, and really, I think established a great benchmark for how to do a sequel that takes place many years after the original films. By having the original cast in there, but taking it in a new direction with new ideas and a fresh face. And Michael B. Jordan, Sylvester Stallone, and Ryan Coogler, I think, created magic with this film by building off of what made the original Rocky films so great and just doing something new with it and fresh in a way that still feels like it belongs in that universe. And the music in the film. This film has one of my favorite all-time musical scores by Ludwig Göransson. This film just makes me excited every time I see it. With especially that one of my favorite training montages in any film ever. Just so well directed, and the fight scenes are just fantastic in the film. They're so damn good. And this, if you were wondering why Ryan Coogler got tapped to direct Black Panther, Creed is the reason why, because he just did such an amazing job with it, especially after Fruitvale Station, which is also a great film.
I really like Felicia Rashad also in this movie.
She's
really,
great.
really good in this movie.
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan. This was the first performance. I liked him before I saw Creed, but this was the film that made me realize I love this guy.
Chronicle.
Chronicle. He was really good in that, but Creed was what really made me realize this guy is an acting talent to be watched.
And he also is really good directing behind the camera too. He can do everything.
I still need to see Creed.
You haven't seen Creed?
I haven't seen the Rocky
Oh,
movies.
Jesus. Oh boy.
Wow, you're missing out. I love that
You're missing
franchise
out.
too.
But yeah, Creed. This is one of my favorite films.
You got homework.
And love this film to death. But number 1, this is one of the greatest action films of all time. This is a film that has been celebrated to no end since it was released. You probably know what it is. It's Mad Max Fury Road. This film...
The one that Paul hates.
Does Paul seriously not like this movie?
No.
He thought it was boring.
I'm serious. I'm taking his movie talking card away from him.
I'm with you there.
That man likes Madam Web,
Yeah.
but doesn't like this movie. Something is wrong with you. Seriously.
I get a pass, folks. They tell me I have bad taste. He's
Fucking
got worse taste
Christ.
than mine.
I thought you were joking, man. What the fuck?
But go ahead.
Um,
Please defend this movie
I
why
mean,
it's a masterpiece. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I mean, we talked about a little bit when we talked about Furiosa, which I loved as well. Furiosa's awesome too.
We
but
did too. Yeah.
Yeah, Fury Road is just unparalleled in terms of what it did for action films, especially where in an era where so many films were doing CGI all over the place. Mad Max Fury Road just gave us something that we hadn't really seen in a while, which was almost all practical stunts with all these fucking crazy ass vehicles driving all over the place, insane camera work, insane actors doing whatever the hell they wanted to do, and it all works. It's very rare that a movie this insane works to this level because the action is just insane, but you still give a shit about the people involved. It creates one of the best characters in action films with Furiosa herself, played by the ingenious Charlize Theron. Tom Hardy, while he doesn't stand out, I think he doesn't stand out in this film as much as she does, but he's still cool without having to say that much dialogue.
In a way, Mad Max is more of a supporting character.
I mean, he always has been.
Yeah.
One of the things that really bugged me was when Furiosa came out and people were complaining about this. Like, you need Mad Max for this to work. It was like, Mad Max is usually like the lesser exciting character in almost every movie.
I did not know that.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's true for like most of the movies in the franchise, though. Like,
It is.
Road Warrior, I mean, he's probably the most interesting in the original Mad Max, but like in all the others, yeah,
I didn't even really care for the original three that much.
I
like Road Warrior.
Road Warriors, yeah.
But like the level between 1, 2, and 3, and then
Fury Road is,
yeah.
in my opinion, is the greatest one.
Yeah, easily.
But like, yeah, this film is seriously, it's just a marvel in terms of filmmaking and what they managed to accomplish, and just making it was even watching it. I was watching it late at night in bed before I watched Furiosa, and I just forgot how insane and exhilarating this film really is. And even after so many years, this film still is as great as I remember it being when I first saw it in theaters.
So for 2015, did it out Marvel?
Oh yeah, like this I remember this film came out like a couple weeks after Age of Ultron, and some of my friends were debating whether to see this or Ultron, and they ended up seeing Age of Ultron before this. And I was like, guys, you don't know what you're fucking missing. I get it's the Avengers, but fucking see Mad Max Fury Road.
Yes.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah.
I wish I could have seen it in theaters.
And it still underperformed Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah.
So it was like, fuck.
Yeah. I mean, as much as I did love
I mean,
Age of Ultron,
Mad Max
is
has
better.
never been like an A-list franchise. I get that, but like this film,
Apparently,
God.
it's the end of it, but I'm hoping the same thing happens with Fury Road. It happens with Furiosa, where Furiosa gets a
will.
lot of Oscars love, and then they continue it.
Oscars love. No, it won't. Unfortunately,
Because I think Fury Road got nominated for like 8 of them.
oh, that got like a ton. But I think the reason why Furiosa won't get much Oscars love is because Dune Part 2 came out this year. So I feel like
So they won't let 2 sci-fi movies take all the action.
yeah, I don't think it's.
Because they're both worthy.
Yes, I agree, but I've watched the Academy Awards for at least 14 years,
Yeah,
and I
I've watched it
know how they usually operate. I don't think Furious is gonna get much love.
Just like Nosferatu's not going to get anything.
Yeah, because the Academy is, well, most of the award shows are just, they're stupid, and I don't think people need to take them as seriously as they think they need to.
I do think Dune, Furiosa, and Nosferatu could all get cinematography.
Oh
once,
God, yeah.
Though
I
They
do think Nosferatu is gonna get a cinematography nomination.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna win, but
I
it
love
definitely
the
should.
cinematography for Wicked. It was also
I
beautiful to look at.
That was probably the weakest aspect of the film for me.
Oh, come
I
on.
prefer it's. I don't think it's a bad looking movie, but I mean, if you go on Twitter, everyone hates on the look of Wicked. I,
Boo-hoo.
I personally would have gone because they shot it on digital, and I personally think they should have gone for more of like the Technicolor, like very saturated look for like the original Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
It's just
Oh, so you want to prefer like it's like an old movie like
the
Wizard
color
of Oz or
grading.
something.
The color grading could have been better.
Yeah.
It's
Oh.
because yeah, me as an editor, you guys know I edit movies all the time.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Gotcha.
I'm very picky about color grading in movies.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
If they would have color graded it more, because I think that was John Chu came out and said that was a purposeful choice, and I don't really think that was the best choice.
Okay.
But the production design of Wicked saves it because of
Yeah.
how much is actually there and not CG.
Yeah, but I was gonna say about Fury Road, the color grading when they actually
The
went
color
to
grading
black and
is-
white, the color like that was.
I
such-
actually
that's
have
really
not seen
cool.
the black and white version.
Neither have
I honestly I love the colors in Fury Road so much.
Yeah,
I
the
feel
blue
like
and orange.
I feel like that's what gives it so much character and like such a unique quality compared to a bunch of other movies. I personally don't think Fury Road in black and white makes much sense to me.
I do want
I-
to watch Logan in black and white
Logan in black and white is great.
Absolutely.
That really does add to it, I think.
because I have that. I just haven't watched it.
Yeah.
I think Logan Noir, I think, really works. Any Godzilla -1 as well. Is
I
so
still have not
good.
watched that. I started
So
watching
good
it
in
and I never
black.
finished
So
it.
good in black and white. Actually,
I don't think the Snyder Cut's necessary in black and white either.
No. I really don't like a lot of movie like home video releases do those black and white like re-edits, and a lot of the time I don't think it's necessary. I feel like it's just kind of like a cheap gimmick.
I feel like period pieces would be good.
Yeah,
The Witch
yeah,
would
that-
be an interesting black and white.
or if they
Nosferatu.
the new Nosferatu,
Yeah.
I think would make sense. But the thing is, most of that film is very muted anyway.
Right.
Like I don't think it would really change much.
Right.
So like, I don't think that's necessary. But yeah, that's my top 10 of 2015.
Yeah, excellent choice. Yeah, it is a fantastic movie.
I am
I
surprised
don't-
The Witch wasn't on your list.
Well,
Oh yeah, I forgot it came out in 2015.
I do love The Witch. That's so weird to me. Like, Strange Darling this year, which
Yeah.
I saw in theaters, was one of my favorite movies this year. But it's technically a 2023 movie, and same with Hitman. So if you go on IMDb, it says 2023.
Because it was a festival movie.
Yeah, it's like that's so weird.
I
'cause
still count it for the main release for me.
For me personally, when I'm doing a top 10, if the release year says like a year before like I saw it, then I would just put in the 2020 whatever year it says on the IMDb. So that's just me.
I don't most of the time because like technically, unless you go to a festival, you can't see it until that point.
A movie
I
I
count when
would
it's wide release.
yeah I would have put The Witch on here. A movie that I love dearly that got a bigger release in 2015, but technically came out in 2014 was that found footage movie Creep.
Yeah, Paul likes that
Which
a lot.
I love. That's one of my favorite found footage movies, but it's technically a 2014 release,
Okay.
according to IMDb. So
That's so weird.
I got one.
it's weird. I don't get it. Like I consider a movie is released when it's released to like nationwide or
Yeah, that's what I-
worldwide.
yeah.
Like,
Gotcha.
but a lot of like the IMDb, a lot of the movie database sites don't see it that way, and that's
No, they
kinda
list as when the festival drops it.
and that's kind of stupid to me.
Yeah, because
So,
unless you are in attendance of that festival, you can't
yeah,
watch it.
I don't get it
No.
personally, but
Yeah. Okay.
Johnny
Uh,
boy, what do you got?
Okay. I do want to tell you that the 10 movies that you mentioned, only 4 of the 10 movies that you talked about is on my list. So
how many of mine are on your list? I'm gonna say 2,
I think 3.
3.
Oh
Okay.
gosh.
Okay.
So yeah, no surprise, folks. I wish this was going to be incredibly different, but it's a good thing that I get to talk about these.
4.
Oh, 4. Okay.
Interesting.
But it's a good thing I get to talk about
Because I know
these.
Matt Fury Road's gonna be on.
Oh,
your guys' list,
totally. Yeah, I'll
absolutely.
give you a heads up right now.
I have
yeah.
no clue what you're talking about.
Fury Road is gonna be on your goddamn list. I know
Yeah.
it is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But anyway, what I was going to say was, but I'm very happy that the 6 of the movies that I will be talking about, I get to talk about why it's actually on the list. According the first one is actually on the list. So, sorry, on number 10 is Furious 7. You might think that I don't like the Fast and
That
Furious
is actually
movies.
one of my favorites in the franchise.
Is it really? Okay, I respect that.
I love
respect that.
I love what James Wan did with the directing.
5 is my favorite.
5 is great. That I would say 5 is number 1. Now I actually put Furious 7 at number 2.
Interesting.
5, 6, and 7 are the best.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I agree with it. Yeah, 5, 6, and 7 are great. Absolutely fantastic. But Furious 7, it should have never been the last movie of Paul Walker. It should have never been the last one.
Didn't
Unfortunately,
do anything about it.
Yeah, I know. It was
life didn't work out that way.
no, it didn't. It was a beautiful tribute.
So
To
the
the
ending of that film just gets to me.
Yeah.
With the,
I cry every time.
oh my god, I cry too. The song, even the song makes me emotional.
Which is a great song.
It is a great song.
Yeah. But Furious 7, yeah,
and honestly,
it was,
this honestly should have been the last.
I agree with that.
Fast and
But that's the
Furious
reason why
movie.
I didn't put it high on the list, higher than 10, because if it was the last movie, it would have been my favorite of the franchise. But because
But
it
no.
made bank, they did more,
Yeah.
which I did enjoy. I did enjoy the other sequels, but you can't top 5, 6, and 7. I'm sorry,
No.
you just can't. I'll even put 4.
They
I
jumped
even
the
like the fourth
they,
one too.
They jumped the shark 2 movies ago.
Well, yeah, but but
8 was
but
decent. 9 was just.
It was insane. It's fucking crazy.
I personally loved 9. It was
think-
dumb, stupid
I think
fun.
the 10th Fast 10 was a little bit better than.
Yeah. 9 was the worst.
I don't think it's the worst. I think I really don't like the first 3 movies much at all.
I like Tokyo Drift.
I actually really don't like. I think that might actually be my least favorite.
I thought Tokyo Trip was good, but I'm with you there. I think it's my least favorite of the franchise.
I think they really found their footing when like the 4th one came out.
Yeah.
That's when they kind of like knew what they were, and then like Fast 5 kind of perfected that
Yeah.
formula.
Fate and Furious was insane. F9, I don't know what the frick that was.
Yeah.
But even though I didn't love it for all the wrong reasons, and
I
also,
mean, I think there's still enjoyment. If you're going into a Fast and Furious movie expecting logic or much character development,
no logic at all.
that's your loss.
Yep,
but
you're lost, buddy. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed Furious 7. I don't
Yeah.
know what the crap is going on with Furious 11. Like, what the crap is
Yeah,
going on with
what the
11?
hell?
Are we going to get the movie or are we not going to go get it? Let us know.
I don't even think they have a definite release date yet.
No, they don't.
I don't even think they've started writing it yet. From
Oh,
what I know.
I don't
Jesus
know.
Christ.
I mean, the last one ended on a fucking hell of a cliffhanger.
It did,
so-
yeah.
Bringing back Gal and
Oh my god.
And bringing back The Rock, and we're still waiting for years,
Yeah, I mean,
guys. Come
hey,
on.
in the words of Luke Skywalker, no one's ever really gone.
Well, yeah. But I did enjoy Furious 7 for the action. And also, the acting is really good.
The action is great.
Yeah, it is, absolutely. So, Furious
And
7.
the fight scenes are really good too.
It is. The fight scenes are really great. Absolutely. All right, number 9, Jurassic World. As you know, I'm a big Jurassic Park franchise
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
I absolutely love all the movies. Jurassic World, it was a really good welcome back to the franchise, especially after people
When I
were
was
disappointed with 3.
When I was 15, I really enjoyed it. But I was 15. So.
Yeah. But Jurassic World, this was my first time. Well, actually, it was my second movie seeing Chris Pratt. The Lego movie is when he voiced Emmett.
Wait, not Guardians of the Galaxy? After that?
Yeah, I didn't watch Guardians of the Galaxy until I
Oh.
watched it years ago with someone that I was having a super with, a good buddy of mine. So I watched it for the very first time, and I loved the MCU ever since. But yeah, this-
2014 was Chris Pratt's coming out party.
it
Like
was.
Lego movie. He was actually in Her. That was
Oh,
20
interesting.
it got a wider release in 2014. Her, which she had a little bit part in,
Oh, gotcha.
and then Guardians just shot him up.
Yeah. But yeah, Jurassic World. I might as well give you my text quote that I said to Matthew because I didn't think I was going to make it tonight because of the snow and the weather forecast we could be getting. But this is what I said to Matthew when I then thought I was going to make. I said it has dinosaurs chasing humans. It's got really fun characters, and it's in the Jurassic Park franchise. What more can you watch? That's what
Hmm.
I said in the text.
Not running in high heels from T-Rexes.
I didn't care. I didn't
I
care
don't.
if the law
I
didn't
don't
make
really
any
care.
sense.
I don't really care about that much anyway.
Yeah.
But it is still pretty stupid.
Well, I loved it. I didn't care. I didn't mind the high heel scene. But Jurassic World, yeah, absolutely loved it, and it's gonna be very interesting when a new one comes out in 2025.
I actually do have quite a bit of hope for it.
I do
now.
too. I do too.
Gareth Edwards.
Yes,
Mhm.
and of course the writer of the original, which I know you did say he had a bit of a slump with his other
I,
writing.
I,
but
I think David Kep is a good writer, and he's just kind of hit or miss for me. But
Gotcha.
when he's good, he's great.
yeah. So cross my fingers that it will be absolutely amazing.
Mhm.
And if
And
it do-
he's also David Kep is also he wrote a movie that's coming out this month. I don't know if you saw the trailers. Presence, that new Steven Soderbergh movie where it's like the haunted house, but it's the point of view of the ghost.
No. Okay.
Huh.
It's Neon, the company that released Long Legs and
I
stuff
do
like
love
that.
a haunted house movie.
It's a movie entirely from the perspective of a spirit in a haunted house.
Interesting.
Huh.
And it's like terrorizing a family. It looks cool. Watch the trail. We should watch the trailer for it
Okay.
after we get done with this.
Yeah.
It looks cool.
Yeah.
It's Steven Soderbergh experimenting like he usually does with his movies.
Yeah.
So.
but yeah, absolutely love Jurassic World and still enjoy Still the Same. All right, number 8, which I think is one of the more underappreciated superhero movies from the MCU, Ant-Man.
Yeah, I do. I like Ant-Man
yeah.
better than Age of Ultron.
I do too, surprisingly.
I'm not an Ant-Man fan.
Which I
I
still,
li-
I, which
I
I,
like- I
still,
really
I
like the
still don't
first
get
one.
why. I don't understand why you
I
don't
like-
like it. The movie's really funny. Paul Rudd was perfect for that part.
Hmm.
I really enjoyed the villain. I even loved the train fight.
I didn't
Yo-
even like any. I didn't like any of the three really.
I really like the first one. Yeah, I don't care about the other two, especially the third one. Oh God,
I love the second one, and I haven't watched the third one since for weird
I
reasons.
have no interest in ever watching Quantumania ever again. Oh my fucking God. That whole someone posted that fucking scene with MODOK. I don't want to be a dick. That is one of the most cringy fucking things in the MCU. Oh my
is.
God, it's so bad.
I enjoy it though. I
Oh
like
my
that. I
God.
like that movie.
Why, everything is wrong with that fucking character. Everything.
Yeah.
Why did they do that?
Who knows? But yeah, I still love Ant-Man. For me, it's one of the more underappreciated movies
I love how
in the MCU.
like it's very simple. Like they keep
Yeah.
the low stakes, but they make it fun with all the ant power stuff going on.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's
I
not one of most people's favorites, but I think it's like good middle of the road Marvel.
I feel
Gotcha.
like a lot of the MCU, the better ones are the lower stake ones.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily lower stake, but like lower level.
Hmm.
Iron Man 1,
Yeah.
Winter Soldier. Those are both like smaller contained movies.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean,
That's true.
Winter Soldier is definitely in that. That's in my top 3.
Yeah.
I think my 2 favorites are like the bigger ones, Guardians and Infinity War.
Yeah. The first Guardians is number 2 for me.
Yeah.
Nice. But
So-
yeah, I love Ant-Man, and this movie actually made me a Paul Rudd fan. Because of it.
I've loved Paul Rudd ever since the beginning.
Yeah, he was great. I mean, that was the very first Paul Rudd movie I have watched, and now
Really?
yeah, it was actually.
You're-
I wasn't missing
You've
something.
seen him in something before Ant-Man.
I might
Come
have did.
on.
I don't know which one it was. I can't remember what it was.
Like,
but I might have to go back.
Have
and
you
do some
have you
research.
seen 40-Year-Old Virgin?
No, which I know Matthew gave me a warning that he didn't like that movie, and
You
I
don't like 40-Year-Old Virgin? Fuck.
I don't know. Maybe I would like it.
Know what I'm saying? So shit, man. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm not really a comedy fan at all.
Oh,
Sucks to be you.
yeah, exactly. Sucks to be you. But yeah, I absolutely love Ant-Man. All right, number 7, what we just talked about, Creed. Just an excellent movie in general, as we talked about.
Yep.
Michael B. Jordan was perfect for that part. Ryan Coogler.
Stallone, I think.
That should have got him his Oscar.
Yeah.
He should have won.
And I liked. I really liked Bridge of Spies because that was what Mark Rylance, who won for Best Supporting
It
Actor.
also just missed a cut on my list too.
Yeah, I do like Bridge of Spies. I don't think it would make my top 10.
Yeah.
But I do think that should have gotten his best supporting actor nomination.
Absolutely.
Stallone is just so fucking good in
Yeah.
the first Creed.
Yeah.
So good.
Man, that should have got him his first Oscar.
Heart-wrenching, but powerful.
It is very powerful. And actually, his best welcome back to the franchise was actually Rocky Balboa that came out in 2006.
Yeah, that was good too.
It was good, yeah. But then it got Creed, and the franchise is still going ever since. I love.
Yeah, I think all
I
three.
love the last two.
I think the 2 and 3 are not as good, nowhere near as good as the first one. But I think they're all pretty. They're pretty solid. It's a pretty solid trilogy. So.
Yeah. Actually, I think Creed 3 might be my favorite of the Rocky movies.
That's probably my second favorite of the 3.
I respect that, and Creed, and as a whole, it's just an awesome franchise. So, I love Creed at number 7. Mad Max Fury Road is number 6.
Only number 6.
Yeah. And well, there's definitely reasons for that, but I'll get to why. But
Okay.
but I'm with you all the way on Fury Road. It is amazing. It is absolutely incredible. Same thing with The Martian, which is number 5 on my list. Just a very small premise, but turned into an awesome big movie all at once with an outstanding performance by Matt Damon, which that also should have got his Oscar win. Which again, Oscars, you screwed up so many times.
I love him in the movie. Who won that year? For
I
Best
can't remember.
Actor? I'm gonna look that up. Keep talking.
Okay, you're fine. I'm guessing that was Leo DiCaprio.
Oh yeah, it was Leo.
Yeah.
I
discussed this.
I haven't met. When we're all talking like this, my memory just shrinks. So
yeah, but which performance would you prefer?
Well, you're not gonna beat Leo out that year with Matt Damon.
Yeah.
I'm a big Matt Damon fan, but
Yeah,
going up against Leo, yeah.
yeah. Matt Damon, he's gonna get his Oscars soon. Maybe with the new Christopher Nolan movie. Maybe. And I like the premise a lot.
Well, it's the Odyssey, of course.
Yeah.
What?
What?
I'm not a fantasy movie fan,
Oh,
except for Lord of the Rings.
Well,
I've never been like into Greek mythology.
Well,
really.
hey, anything with
Man.
Christopher Nolan, you can never count it.
Yeah, this is. I thought Oppenheimer was my least anticipated Nolan movie. This is gonna be it.
Really?
I like Oppenheimer. It's just not my thing.
Even though
Alright.
you loved it though.
I did. It's just not my thing. I'd prefer.
That's the movie I
any-
need to
most
rewatch
of his
more.
other movies over it.
But yeah, The Martian. Yeah, as we talked about many times, it's a pretty phenomenal movie, and I absolutely love it. And the more times I rewatched it, which I've now seen it twice, it's pretty fantastic. All right.
Only twice, rookie numbers.
Yeah, I know. I need to watch it more, but I've been so busy with other movies I was watching in preparation for many other countdowns we did. Which we're gonna have a lot of countdowns on this season 3, guys. So I bet it's gonna be just as good as season 2. So
Yeah, you're gonna have fun with the one we're doing next month. I'll tell you after.
okay.
We'll see.
Yeah, I say. Are you sure? I'm worried. I'm a little bit worried. Okay.
You should be.
Oh Christ. Okay. Well, maybe I should get my hopes down a bit. That I don't know.
Lower them.
Yes,
to
I'm
the-
gonna start
the
doing
core of
that.
the earth.
I know all the jokes and trolls that Paul does to me, and Matthew is.
Does Paul like The Martian?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I should say.
No. You mentioned one of the guys' movies earlier. We're gonna do a director's filmography.
For who? In your ought to? Or oh, okay.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
wanna
yeah,
say it
yeah.
on air
Okay.
in case we don't get to it next
Yeah,
month.
sure.
Makes sense. Okay.
But anyway, yeah, The Martian is at number 5. All right, number 4 is the Peanuts movie.
I forgot that came
Yeah,
out the year.
I love that one. As you know, guys, I'm a big Charlie Brown fan, guys. As I said a few times on this podcast.
I killed it. Oh, everything I touch gets ruined.
Yes. I love the Halloween special.
I just
want to
know what does Charlie Brown do when he grows up?
I don't
Like,
know. That's very interesting. I would like. I mean,
What is his job? Like, I want to know what his job is.
to try to not be a miserable human being.
He's probably an accountant at like a fucking.
Yeah, who knows?
He probably works in taxes.
Oh yeah.
We'll never
he works
know.
for the IRS.
Yes.
Oh no!
He's the guy that everyone hates at the IRS.
Unfortunately,
He's the new IRS guy who trains the IRS agents with guns.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen Stranger Than Fiction
No.
with Will Ferrell. It's a pretty good movie if you haven't watched it. He plays like a character who is a fictional character in the author's book, and he hears the narration of the author
Oh,
like
that's
in
great.
his head, and he tries to figure out if it's a comedy or a tragedy. And his job is an IRS agent. He's like, everyone hates me.
Oh man.
I feel like that's what Charlie Brown would grow
Well,
up
welcome
into.
to the same company, Charlie Brown.
Mhm.
We're two sides of the same coin. Comedy and tragedy.
Get out of my face, clown. Which one?
But getting into the topic here of the Peanuts movie, this is actually my favorite Blue Sky animated film.
Really?
I love I love Ice Age, and I also love Nimona that came out in 2023. I
yeah.
love that one. But the Peanuts movie, I mean, I was already a Charlie Brown fan when I was a kid. But when I heard that Blue Sky was making it, I got really excited, and I didn't get a chance to watch it until it came out in digital, so I missed out seeing it in theaters, which I was kind of very sad about that. But when I watched it at home, man, the animation is beautiful, and the characters are still as charming and lovable, just like the original comics and the cartoons. At the end, I almost got emotional at the ending of the movie when the little red-haired girl and Charlie Brown got to talk, and then almost got me in the heartstrings by thinking about it.
My heartstrings come
Yeah, exactly.
undone.
Yep. But absolutely love the Peanuts movie. It's just a delightful anime movie. If any of you
wanna
guys
get
have
nuts?
not, if you,
Let's
any of you
get
guys have not
nuts.
seen this movie, you should. It is absolutely amazing. All right, number 3. I'm kind of disappointing you, Garrett. You didn't mention this one. Worst Mission Impossible Rogue Nation.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah.
It might not made my top 10. It would have probably been like 12 or 11. I really do love this movie.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's.
I mean, I love from Ghost Protocol to what we got now. Like,
oh yeah,
all the
totally.
Mission Impossible movies.
I actually
have
would
been
say
stellar.
from 3 to on
I
is
do
when the
I do
sequels
really
got-
like 3.
Yeah,
They
Um,
keep getting better almost with each one.
yeah, and
Yeah,
the,
Rogue Nation is great.
it is,
It is
and the
great.
stunts are crazier and crazier than ever.
I completely blanked that was 2015.
Rogue Nation's actually my favorite one of the franchise.
Really?
Yeah.
Not Fallout?
Yeah, Rogue Nation.
Fallout is, in my opinion, like leaps and bounds.
Yeah,
the best.
I have Rogue Nation, Fallout, Dead Reckoning, 4,
Mm-hmm.
3, 1, 2.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, to get this out of the way, when I
So
was doing
excited for the
Mission-
new one.
Yeah, I should say, I will say this now. From when I was doing my Mission Impossible rankings, I had.
Was it impossible?
All right, just keep going.
Yes, thank you. I had at last 2. The first one
Thank
won,
God.
and then 3 through Dead Reckoning is when I have all of them from that one all the way up to Dead Reckoning. So Dead Reckoning is actually my favorite of the Mission Impossible movies, but the Final Reckoning will probably take that spot, which I will be disappointed if it doesn't. But
I'm gonna be so sad if that movie disappoints me.
oh, I know, I will be so
Oh.
sad too because it's just one of the most so
If
consistent.
it is
action
as
movies.
good as the others, this is gonna be like one of the greatest. Because I honestly think there's only like one of the Mission Impossible movies that I don't like, and that's the second
2.
one.
Yeah,
I
which
think-
I still enjoyed, but
And I really love the first one.
it is.
For
Brian De Palma.
Yeah, it's Brian De Palma.
Yeah.
Like it.
That's who did
it's,
Scarface,
It's
John.
slower. It's slower than.
Oh yeah.
It's. I mean,
My
it's
dad was
slower
watching
than the other
Scarface
ones.
a little bit actually.
Huh?
Dad was watching a little bit of Scarface actually
Oh, okay.
this morning.
I mean, it's different from the others, but it's different in a really good way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
We need to do a watch of Scarface.
Yeah.
I it's
Actually
it's
watched
so
that.
80s and I love action. This is the one I definitely intrigued by.
Mhm.
But getting to the newest the Mission Impossible movie,
Say hello.
there's so many speculation. What's the budget for Final Reckoning? Because I heard it's
have
like
no
$400
clue.
million or something like that. I was like, that can't
No.
be right.
No, there's no way.
Yeah, there's no way because
That's
I
more
don't
than
know.
a Disney budget, and that's saying something.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm-
unless they do like they actually go to fucking space in this, but
yeah, but yeah,
hopefully.
I mean that airplane stunt that they do in the trailer. I'm sure that was expensive.
oh man, that
Um,
that might have been the best stunt.
I mean,
that
the
he
last
has
one
done.
crashed a fucking train.
Yeah.
So,
But
Tom-
man, that opening scene when he was on that plane, oh, that was so good in Rogue Nation. That was
Yeah.
so
Tom Cruise
spectacular.
that
Skydiving.
whole one of my favorite. I mean, the plane scene is spectacular. The car chase scene
Yes.
is. Oh my god!
the
it's so great.
underwater scene.
The underwater
My
scene.
goodness.
Ooh.
Let's get a shot of Tom Tom Cruise.
Tom's Cruise. Welcome to Tom's Cruise, everyone.
Tom Cruise, like lower atmosphere, like jumping.
Mhm.
I think that would be like just right where it doesn't burn him up, but like jumping from like super high up.
Yeah.
Yep.
But man, Todd Cruise, where are you gonna go from there? But Rogue Nation.
He wants to go to space.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But man, Rogue Nation, like the whole movie as a whole was just
Yeah.
it was perfection
And
from start to finish.
it got Christopher McQuarrie on for the franchise, and he's made the best ones in the franchise.
Oh yeah,
um,
totally. So
and-
good.
I really love his first Jack Reacher movie. I know most people preferred the show, but I
Yes.
think that first Jack Reacher movie is very underappreciated.
I didn't care for the movies. I love the show though.
The second one's not good, but I actually really enjoy the first Jack Reacher a lot, and that's directed by McQuarrie.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I need to
Mhm.
watch that. Yeah, that's the one movie that.
You need to watch the show, John,
Mhm.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I heard it's really good. I heard it's
before
really
the
good.
new season comes out. Because February 20th is when season 3 comes out.
Okay. Well, yeah, man, I got a lot of homework to do. But yeah, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, fantastic, brilliant, love it. Definitely one of my favorites.
That's why I'm planning stuff out in advance so you have time to watch stuff.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But anyway, I'll tell you about number 3. Number 2, and I'm going to continue to defend this one, but I had a number 2. Star Wars Episode 7,
Okay.
The Force Awakens. There was a very funny back and forth conversation that Malachi and I had during the live stream. And it was kind of hilarious because
I don't remember this part.
well,
I watched the live stream. I don't remember everything that happened.
well, before we even got to the countdown,
Getting to the countdown, fuck me.
yeah, I know. Which, guys, I'm so sorry you had to hear Paul's horrible Tank of the Wicked. I'm so sorry. He haven't even seen the movie yet, for goodness sake. He should have told us that he was trolling us. So I like to apologize to all you viewers out there, and listeners. But yeah, The Force Awakens, I will defend. It's the best Star Wars movie. I will defend it with
Really?
a passion.
Over Empire Strikes Back or any
Yes.
of that stuff?
Yes.
Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, I'll accept that.
But don't get me wrong. I love the original Star Wars trilogy.
I'm just glad Dylan's not here to.
Oh, I know. But
we'd be
but he
here
was-
for another hour.
Yeah, he respect me for that. I like The Force Awakens.
I like
So,
Force Awakens.
I did
do.
too.
It's okay.
yeah, but yeah, that's the movie. As I said this before, this got me excited. For
It's the
Star
most
Wars.
consistently good of the
Sequels.
sequel trilogy.
Yeah. And this was before I went to go see The Last Jedi in theaters, and it was
I
Fabulous.
defend the Last Jedi.
I did
do.
too.
I can't defend Rise of Skywalker. Though.
Rogue One is
I
still the
Even
best
though
Disney
you
movie,
will
though.
admit you were too harsh on it after we watched the holiday special.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Rogue One's still the best though of the Disney movies.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. Mhm.
But yeah, I still love the new cast. I love Daisy Ridley, and she might be one of my favorite movie actresses.
Now, like with excluding like the context now of what it all amounted to, this Force Awakens really did get me excited to see these characters like in the rest of the trilogy. I just wish that it amounted to more than what we got, and
Gotcha.
that's part of the problem. That's part of why I've kind of soured on this movie a bit since it's came out. But
I'm
like as a movie itself, I think it works.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm worried for what's gonna happen next. I'm okay with different times, like the Mandalorian movie, whatever.
Mhm.
I'm worried for the Daisy Ridley movie.
I am too. I
Because-
don't think it's gonna happen. I just don't think
I,
it's gonna
I
happen.
honestly kind of hope it doesn't, because I don't want it to be a big story.
Yeah.
They
The
went up.
controversy is gonna eat that movie up alive.
Well, my thing is with Rise of Skywalker,
hmm
they brought a new empire from a Sith homeworld called the Final Order. That should be the last time evil takes over the galaxy. There should not be another galactic organization taking over the galaxy again. It was
Yep.
the Final Order. It's over. Do small contained stories.
yes.
Or go back in time
To,
before Phantom Menace.
to like the old Republic
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
Well,
That's
here's
what they should have fucking done.
Well, we're getting a James Mangold movie. 30,000 years before Phantom Menace.
I'm really glad Dylan's not here because he would. I feel like he would fucking wring our necks.
yeah. But well, here's two things I'm worried about with the new Star Wars movie. One is that it's probably going to review bombed, which again,
Oh,
I,
God,
I,
yeah.
I absolutely hate that. Which
I
I hate Rotten Tomatoes for that.
and I do kind of get the feeling of you where it's like I if it doesn't happen, I'd be okay with that because
I'd be disappointed.
the fans are just gonna hate it no matter what, just because it's connected to.
I'm gonna love it.
Well, it has to be good first.
Yeah.
The majority will still hate it.
You never know.
I don't know.
Or-
But
60-40-ish, either way.
yeah. Just overall, I hate what Lucasfilm has turned Star Wars into. With some exceptions, but like I'm just so disappointed in everything that's
They're
going
milking
on
it dry.
And they need to fucking make movies again.
Yeah.
Fucking make movies and stop making so many goddamn Disney Plus series.
That was gonna be my second point. We're not gonna. This is gonna be 7 years after the last Star Wars movie. Like, give me
It's
a
gonna be
freaking
we're
break.
almost 6 years after the last one came out. Like fucking Christ.
Well,
I'm not asking.
2026
I'm
is
not
when it's coming
asking.
out.
I'm not asking for a Star Wars movie every year, but like every 2 years. It's like
Yeah.
it belongs on the big screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we can get one next year, and they did one every other year, this would work out perfectly. Because Paramount is doing a Star Trek movie every 2 years. So we can go Trek Wars every other year.
Oh yeah, when are we gonna get a Star Trek movie again?
It's a TV movie, but in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Star Trek Section 31, which
Well,
I've seen bits
Star
of the
Trek
trailer.
makes sense because that started out as a TV
I've seen
series.
bits of the trailer.
so-
It looks really good.
It's going to be like the original movies where it takes place after the show.
Okay.
It takes place after the show Discovery. But it
yeah,
comes out in
just
2 weeks on the 24th.
Until some huge management changes happen at Lucasfilm, my interest in Star Wars at this moment is just gone. It's gone.
Honestly,
Now I
yeah.
do know Skeleton Crew is getting a lot of love, and I do need to.
We're going to re-review that next week.
do you-
So
tell me. Do you guys like it?
I've not watched it yet. I'm going to binge it.
Do you like it?
I loved it so far.
Okay.
I love it.
It from the reviewers I watched and listened to, they have all said very good things about it, and that's great.
We will
Good
be
things
reviewing it
happen.
next week, guys. So
If a Star Wars if I hear Star Wars series is good, then I will definitely watch it because I did. That's the reason why I didn't watch Acolyte or any of these others because I just overall heard very negative things about
I
it.
liked Ahsoka.
I didn't hear much love for Ahsoka though. I
Really?
heard people liking it but not loving it like they did like Andor.
Ahsoka is probably my favorite of the Star Wars shows.
Andor's my favorite easily.
Yeah.
Andor's the
Mandalorian
best.
season 2 probably would be
Yeah,
2 or
Mandalorian
1,
1 and 2.
or Ahsoka would be 1 or 2. So there you
Season
go.
3 of Mandalorian
But,
disappointed me so much.
It wouldn't have been disappointing if the first 2 seasons weren't as good as they were.
It just turned into a fucking like SNL thing after a while with those fucking
Well, with
cameos,
that one
dude.
episode with Jack Black, I personally loved that one. It was
Oh
fun.
my god, I hated it. I fucking
But anyway,
hated it.
What's number 1?
but yeah, I absolutely love The Force Awakens. But of course, number 1, Inside Out. As I said many times before, if the Toy Story movies did not exist, this would have been my number 1 favorite Pixar film. But Inside Out, I was so glad that I rewatched it before the sequel came out because this was just after months when I went through my first breakup. It made me want to go back and watch it so I can get my emotions out again because we all went through tough times, especially with lots of difficulties that we have in our lives going on. And it was just such a delight to watch this movie again.
You know, a Pixar movie is something special when it actually kind of is therapeutic. I can see that for a lot of Pixar movies. Like if I'm feeling negative about my childhood, I'll watch Toy Story. If I feel like I'm not doing enough or I'm not doing good in life, I'll watch Soul. That movie did something for me that I didn't know I could feel.
It's brilliant.
And when I feel like I'm emotionally kind of not there, Inside Out's there.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
a lot of Pixar movies are kind of therapeutic for me, in my opinion. Like,
that's a good point. This movie, man, this should have got a Best Picture nomination. It definitely should have. Which I'm gonna keep complaining for years and years and years until the Oscars will finally do it put animated movies more for Best Picture. Please,
Well,
I swear
yeah,
to
put
God, every single
more.
time,
They've only done it like 3 times.
3 times, and it's ridiculous. Like, okay, drama and little bit of sci-fi and horror.
Make it more.
Like-
They need to make the best picture like lists because they have like 10 slots. Make it more varied, so it's not like 5 dramas or like 1 action movie. Like, why not make
Yeah,
why not make the list of not like best picture nominees more like varied with different genres,
exactly.
not just the same
Yeah.
genre?
They should at least be required to have one film from every genre.
I do think that's a smart thing to do. So it's
Yeah.
because like 8 of the 10 nominations most
drama.
every year are drama.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't get me wrong, I love drama.
Yeah.
That's my expertise.
Yeah.
But like,
They should at least
There's-
have 1 action, 1 horror, 1 sci-fi, 1 animated.
I mean, there's at least 1 action movie a year that deserves best picture.
Yeah.
Definitely a sci-fi most years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interstellar,
Or,
The Martian, Ready
I
Player
mean,
One.
Good God, when they didn't nominate Toni Collette for Hereditary that year, I lost my fucking shit.
Yeah.
Like, good God.
Yeah. Which honestly, I think we should do a Oscar nominations. Like talk about it, like what we were happy
we
about,
will.
what it
In
got
the-
nominated.
Yeah,
and
we'll
what
do
it
an
got
episode
snubbed.
next month.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, nice, awesome.
When are
Um,
the nominations coming out?
The
I mean,
19th.
Well, with the fires going on, they're probably going to delay
They were
it.
supposed to do it the 17th, and then they moved it to the 19th.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So-
that was the delayed time.
So which
We'll see.
Oscars, can you please nominate Inside Out 2 and The Wild Robot for Best Picture? Can you
They're not
please
going
put it
to.
up there?
I'm just telling
they,
you, they're not going to.
Oscars got to get it right this time. Please, for the love of God. But yeah, Inside Out is my number 1. I absolutely love it. It's just a masterpiece of film. Love it. But now I'm worried
Okay.
about Matthews. I am so worried about your list.
Prepare to be executed.
Number 10. Fantastic Four.
Jesus Christ.
Please tell me you're joking. Okay.
we're gonna have to get a zoom up screenshot of that. Your face, you just froze. You looked like a deer in headlights.
I mean, you're the comic book guy. I was like,
I
I
should
wouldn't
say,
have doubted it.
That's not on the list, is it? I hope.
He
I
said
hope to
no.
God.
He
Okay,
said no.
thank you, Jesus. Oh,
Like,
I freaking hated that movie so much.
because you know, there's so many movies, bad movies that get released, and like years later, there's like a weird like renaissance for them. Like, hey, this is actually a masterpiece. I can't name an specific example right now, but like,
I would say Batman vs Superman is kind of like that.
yeah.
At least for the Ultimate Edition.
And yeah, it's like I have yet to hear anyone still defend this fucking movie.
I don't hate it. I don't like it, but I don't hate it.
I thought the first act was decent, and
Yes.
it could have gone somewhere, and then it
The
just
third act just
fucking
tanked. Yeah.
derailed everything.
And by the way, Garrett, he got the title wrong. It's not called Fantastic Four. It's Fantastic.
Yeah. We
Which,
don't call that
that's a
fucking movie.
terrible name for a title, by the way.
That movie and Fantastic don't belong anywhere together.
No, it doesn't.
I have it.
I know you do. You have everything.
Yeah. Which, thankfully, First Steps
Uh,
comes out this year. It's probably going to be great.
The next one, I'm pretty sure you said you don't like, but you don't like the style of movie, like young adult movies. Paper Towns is number 10.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
That's not
Oh.
my thing.
I'm
I'm
just,
surprised you like this though.
I don't know. It just, I always feel like I play things too safe in life, and it just makes me want to be more adventurous, I guess.
Hmm.
It just brings that out in me. Like I want to do more things in life.
Yeah, and me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of Cara Delevingne as an actress. Nothing personal. I just don't think she has never really impressed me as an actress. And for most people that I've heard talk about this movie, they don't think she's that great in it either.
Yeah.
But you like her in this?
Yeah, I thought it's a decent movie. The next one is another young adult movie, but this one's you could probably guess what it is.
Is it in
Mockingjay Part 2.
Yeah, I don't like either of the Mockingjay movies.
Uh,
but
Mockingjay Part 2, it came very close to being my favorite of the Hunger Games movies, except I hated the way that, spoilers, which of course, guys, you don't even care about spoilers, but it was out 2 days ago. No, it came out in 2015. I hated the sister kill. I hate it.
I don't hate the sister kill. It's so fucking rushed. it's
is.
so abrupt, and it feels like nothing happened. Like they, yeah.
I just
the
did not
ending.
care for that scene. It just made me so mad.
I mean, most people don't like the Mockingjay book anyway. Yeah, I don't like either of the movies. I really like Catching Fire.
Catching
I like
Fire is the best one.
Yeah, Catching Fire is
Yeah.
the best.
This one I replaced Jurassic World because I like Jurassic World, but I don't really watch it anymore. Like the only one I rewatch consistently is the first one.
Hmm.
So I forgot Ex Machina came out in 2015.
Yep.
So that's number 8.
okay,
I've only watched it once, but it's definitely a top 100 sci-fi movie for
Oh
me.
yeah, it's
It's
awesome.
really great.
it was the same thing for Blade Runner 2049. I watched it once. It meant a lot to me. I put it really high on my list.
Blade Runner 2049 is in my top 15
It's
or 20.
so great.
You should watch Ex Machina if you have.
I definitely should. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd like it.
2049 is in like my top 20 movies of all time.
Nice.
One of the movies on this list is also in my top 20 movies of all time.
Nice.
But yeah, Ex Machina was good. A little bit slow, and I do prefer
It is slow.
Annihilation and Civil War over it. I've not watched the other one yet.
Men,
Yeah.
you will not like it. That's probably my least favorite movie he's done directing wise. It makes no goddamn sense, and it is very gross and disgusting.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you will not like it.
I figure I won't, just based on what I've heard. I'll watch it, though.
You should watch it.
I will.
I just want to hear your take on it.
Sicario. is number 7.
Oh, god damn it.
I was shocked that
Fucking
wasn't on your
shit.
list.
I
Oh,
forgot
I haven't even
Sicario.
watched that one yet, and I love Denise Villeneuve.
That
Dang it.
Sicario is great. That would be top 11. Yeah. Forgive me.
Denis is my he's the number 2 gangster on my list behind Nolan now.
Yeah.
He's my number 2 director.
Sicario is great.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to watch that. Dang damn it.
Mhm.
I forgot it came out in 2015. I forgot.
Next one, we got something that's really out of field for me because it's a music biopic. Straight Outta Compton.
Oh yeah, straight out.
Oh, yeah. I need to watch
is a
that, too. I heard it's
very
very good.
one.
It's
Very good.
really good. I'm not really a rap fan. I'm not a big rap music fan at all. I like a few rappers, NF,
Mhm.
KB, but I'm not really into rap. But like just
But the story itself is
the
great,
story is
and the actors all do
Yeah.
phenomenal jobs.
they do.
Ice
And just the
Ice Cube's
climate.
son does a great
Yeah.
job. Who plays Eazy-E? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
But all of them are great.
Uh.
Paul Giamatti does a great performance as well.
Eazy-E was Jason Mitchell.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a really good movie.
Yep.
And then the director actually did Fate of the Furious next.
F. Gary Gray.
Yep. I'm really surprised this one wasn't on your list. It's an A24 movie, Green Room.
Well, yeah.
John.
That is technically a 2015
Green
movie.
Room?
isn't
I
it?
don't think I'm familiar with that
God
It
title.
is a
damn
horror
it.
movie.
So The
But-
Witch and
Oh.
Green Room are technically 2015.
Yeah.
Fuck, that would have been in there. It's too late now, but fuck, I love Green Room.
John,
Oh, okay.
you've looked it up?
Okay.
It's the
it
neo-Nazi.
said action horror. That's what I know.
It is disturbing as fuck.
Patrick Stewart plays the bad guy.
He's a neo-Nazi.
Really?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a Nazi.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's about a punk band that
Performs at a skinhead
like a Nazi
venue.
club.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And they witness a murder
Mhm.
and they have to try to escape before they get killed by the Nazis.
And they're not these punk rockers are fucking terrible at surviving.
Yeah.
They make really bad decisions, but it's believable in the way that they do
It's
it.
disturbing. You would like it though.
Okay.
It is a
Actually-
horror movie you would like.
And it has
Okay.
Anton Yelchin in it, who it was actually one of his last performances I saw.
Imogen Poots, who was in
Imogen
Need for Speed.
Poots.
Okay.
Patrick Stewart is great as the villain. He's terrifying.
I can't see Patrick Stewart as the villain, but that sounds
He's
interesting.
good at it.
Yeah.
He's
He's
very good
scary.
at it.
Okay. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
Whenever you do watch that movie, invite me so I can watch it with you.
Yeah.
Green
We
Room
should do a
is
reaction to that.
Green Room is fantastic.
Okay. If we do a live reaction to it, that's what I'd be on board to watch. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
should,
Okay.
Very good movie.
Yeah.
because
yeah.
I don't think Dylan's seen it either.
No.
Yeah.
I
So
wonder if
guess what, viewers?
Paul's
I
probably
will.
seen it.
I will give that film a watch.
Yeah, I don't think Paul liked that one either.
Fuck. That movie is right up his goddamn alley.
I know.
What the fuck,
Man,
man?
he's got weird takes, dude.
These
really
next
does.
4 have all been mentioned already. Inside Out is 4.
Nice.
Yeah, it's one of the greatest emotional movies of all
Is
time.
Bing Bong probably the saddest moment of the movie for you?
Probably. My favorite moment is when they get the new board, though. And he's
Mhm.
like, "Look at all the swear words."
yeah.
Yes. But my favorite part is when Riley got back from the bus ride and tell her how she really feels.
That's
Oh boy,
so,
right
oh,
in the gut, man.
Actually, no, that's it.
That is so
That's
fucking
it. Not
good.
Bing Bong.
I do think the anxiety attack scene in the second one kind of topped that
Yeah,
one.
it did.
In terms of that,
absolutely.
I mean, you in terms of, as a older adult now, like or someone who's older, like that scene in Inside Out 2 with the anxiety attack.
Got you.
Fuck.
I
Like
re-
I had a visceral reaction when I saw that in the theater.
I almost
to
had
that.
an anxiety attack watching
Yeah.
it.
I mean, they handled that so beautifully. And
They did.
yeah.
I rewatched Inside Out 2 at home, and I'm so glad I did.
Fuck.
I can't wait till they do the third one.
Yeah,
yeah.
Do you think
they
they're gonna go like 18 for the third one, or do you think college years?
I think college. I think
I didn't
that's-
know if they'd be graduating high school or college.
I mean, 18 is like the beginning of college.
True,
so-
yeah.
Dude, don't talk Inside Out 3 because I'm gonna get emotional if they do the college one. I'm gonna keep getting more and more emotional when they keep doing Inside Out movies. I'm like, oh
I think they're gonna go up to her being a grandmother.
yeah,
They might do
I
like
don't
5
know,
or
maybe.
6.
oh boy, man,
Uh,
Pixar's back, baby. That's all I can say.
Next one is Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation.
Mhm.
Yep.
Like I said, my favorite Mission
Hey,
Impossible
and number
movie.
3, just like you had it.
I love Rebecca Ferguson. She's one of my favorite
Yeah,
actresses.
Absolutely.
One of the best additions to the franchise.
Yes.
I love the one of my favorite scenes, the opera scene.
Yeah. It's
Oh
so good.
yes, oh gosh, that's so good.
That the guy standing up and Tugger's like, oh.
I will say
One of my
the water scene was masterful.
Oh my god, it's fantastic.
I can't wait
I
to rewatch
actually
all
did
of
have an anxiety attack in the theater watching that.
Yeah.
I can't wait to rewatch all the Mission Impossible movies before the new one.
Now
I
try
can't
watching
wait
that
to do
scene while actually holding your breath.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think
man,
I think I
yeah.
actually did try to do
God,
that when I
God
watched it
Almighty, yeah.
one time.
Of course, you guys know number 1, number 2. Number 2 is The Martian.
Yeah.
Matt Damon is incredible in this movie.
Mhm.
One of my favorite lines: "In the face of overwhelming odds, I'm left with one choice. I have to science the crap out of this."
I
Yes.
had to science the shit out of this.
And I love the reaction when they get the antenna working or whatever. John and I have a coworker, and this is something he would do, where they say he's like, "Did you tell the crew I'm alive?" And they're like, "We have to let them focus on their mission." And he's like, you could see him just mouthing, "What the f? What the f?" And then he starts typing,
Yeah.
and they're like, "This is on live TV. You cannot say this."
Oh,
And
yeah.
He's like, "Oh really?"
And one of my
You just see
favorite,
them all go.
one of my favorite moments in the film is when he
That scene
when
was so funny.
when he finally is able to type messages to them, and Chiwetel Ejiofor, he types "Are you kidding me?" And Chiwetel Ejiofor is like, "Now what does he mean by that?" It's like, "Are you kidding me?" It was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite
But
moments.
our coworker Steve would definitely do that.
Oh boy, yeah.
He would definitely do that. He would be the one to like challenge them, like, "You can't say that." "Oh really?" And then just say something like super bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
and don't forget, he is stuck in the '80s, dude. He prefers the old Dune over the new Dune, which I know it's weird.
Yeah. Music, movies, everything. He's stuck in the 80s.
Okay, let's see.
But anyway, yeah, we all know what number 1 is.
Yeah, we do. Fury Road.
Yep.
Um,
Pretty amazing.
Try to fool me, you asshole.
in my
What a day! What a lovely day!
Yep.
I don't know where I have it. I believe I have it at like number 12, top movies of all time.
Mhm.
Let me look to see if I.
Just
Just to let you know, I seen over. Oh,
fuck,
go ahead.
I just can't get over the fact that Paul found this boring. Like
Yeah, me too.
that man has no fuck. Gave me. I think he gave me shit for liking the Flash a few weeks ago in our group chat. I was like, dude, you're gonna say that as the guy who liked that,
Hey, Garrett,
this other shit.
look at the camera and say, Paul's got bad taste in me. Yeah,
I
I'm
concur.
safe.
I concur.
I had Mad Max Fury Road at 19. Blade Runner was at 17.
Well, there you go.
But yeah, Fury Road, the color is amazing.
It is.
I firmly believe if you want actual car action, go to this, not Fast and Furious.
That's true.
I mean,
that's
this
true.
came, both those movies came out pretty close to each other.
Well, Furious 7, yeah.
Yeah, Furious
But
7.
I'm still like saying,
Oh,
the
yeah.
car action is more exhilarating in
God.
Fury Road than any of the Fast and Furious movies.
Oh my god, yeah, of course.
And of course, me being a metalhead, the guitarist with the
The
flamethrowing guitar.
greatest use of a guitar in any movie ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Just sitting there.
Might be the most insane action movie I have ever seen.
Definitely the most insane stunts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said, I didn't really care for the original 3 as much, but in
I
those
respect that. I understand.
in that time period of that 20 years or whatever,
It's
almost-
like George Miller, like,
he perfected it in that.
hibernated it for like 20 years and was like, it was like 10 times crazier than he
Yeah.
ever was.
He just hibernated. He's like, okay, I'm
Well,
gonna cook.
he was hibernating while making like Happy Feet movies or and Babe.
We almost got the Justice League movie.
Yeah,
He almost directed.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Just
we
like
did.
Mordo.
Yeah, almost.
that would have been so fascinating.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it would have been good, but like,
But I find it so
Would've been
funny that he
fascinating.
directed from Bay Pig in the City to Happy Feet to making a
one of
to
the
making a Mad
craziest
Max
movies
sequel.
of all
I
time.
might still have it. I got an idea for an episode. I'll run it by you guys after we're done.
But yeah, that is our top 10 movies of 2015. Guys, tell us in the comments below, what's your favorite movie of 2015? We love to hear your thoughts on YouTube and Facebook. Tell us in the comments below. And which one of our movies did you love more? Please let us know.
Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.
And please remember to go to that link to donate to help out the fire situation in California.
Absolutely.
please.
We'll get the Batman Creature Commandos videos done soon. Dylan did not come tonight, so I don't know when we're doing them exactly, but we will get those up soon. Next week we'll be reviewing Skeleton Crew.
And also talk
So-
about the 2005 movies.
Top 10 movies of 2005.
I should be able to see
The
'cause
Wolfman.
definitely we'll see the Wolfman. September 5 also comes out wide next weekend. And
What's that?
It's that movie about the Munich massacre in 1972. There's a Spielberg movie called Munich about it, but this one
Yeah.
takes place from the perspective of the journalists who were covering it on the news.
It was in
Okay.
select
Looks
theaters
very
in
good.
December of last year,
Mhm.
but it's going to be
I've
worldwide.
heard it's really good from
Yeah.
like
I've been
Yeah.
wanting to watch
early
that too.
reviews.
You and Paul will be reviewing Wolfman next week.
I assume so. Yes.
Yeah, and I think Dylan's seeing it too.
Mhm.
But yeah, we got that coming up. We got we're gonna live stream Reaction to Man Thing next month. This is gonna be fun.
Which
I don't know what.
I told
I don't know
them
what that's
I don't
gonna
know
be
what to expect.
Probably not
All
gonna
I
be-
know is
it's
about
probably
the
gonna be
title,
shit.
and that is it. I didn't see any trailers or anything like that, so
Yeah,
I'm coming
don't-
in completely
Yeah,
blind.
make sure
I-
it's completely blind.
I didn't. I didn't even really know this thing existed before you brought it up. I was like,
Whoops.
yeah.
We thank you guys for watching. We thank you guys for sticking
Mm.
around. We are in our 3rd year. This is crazy. We have over 5,000 listens and stuff and views.
Thank you.
I think we said we hit 5,242 as of the New Year's live stream. So by now we're almost to 5,500, which is crazy. We couldn't do this without you guys. So
Yes, thank you.
thank
I think
you.
I think it's all because we watched the holiday special.
That was a big chunk of it.
Yes.
Which is still the best.
They like
priceless moment.
people like seeing others suffer,
Our biggest episodes were
which is why there's a certain movie I brought up to these guys that I really want them to watch, and that will be that'll be exciting.
Oh Jesus, help me!
We won't say what it is, but
Yeah.
you'll
the
you'll know.
Great Movie Bombs, terrible movie
Mhm.
successes.
That was a fun one.
That was our top episode ever.
Mhm.
It has like
Nice.
320 views. I believe Furiosa is the next one.
Which is surprising to me.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next week.
Yep. God bless you guys.
God
Bye.
bless.
We have been the Cinema Asylum Podcast. You guys were awesome. Thanks for coming out. Good night.